Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the 5 cents United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. Imagine this. You're sorting through a box of old coins, maybe a collection you inherited or a proof set you purchased years ago, and suddenly, you realize you're holding something extraordinary. A simple 5-cent coin, something most people wouldn't give a second glance, could be worth an astonishing fortune. That's exactly the case with the rare 1986 Philadelphia minted Jefferson nickel from a proof set. While most nickels from this year are just ordinary pocket change, certain examples have sold for jaw-dropping prices at major auctions. Some collectors have paid between $39,000 to $64,000 for the finest specimens. Now you might be wondering, how is it possible for a 5-cent coin to be worth thousands? What makes this particular nickel so valuable? Well, the answer lies in a combination of factors, including rarity, condition, and specific minting details that make certain examples stand out from the rest. The 1986 Jefferson nickel wasn't meant to circulate widely. It was originally part of a special proof set produced for collectors. These proof sets were made with extra care, using highly polished dies and planchets to create coins with a mirror-like finish and stunning detail. However, over time, some of these proof coins were mistakenly released into circulation, making them incredibly rare finds. Others remained in their original proof sets but developed characteristics that set them apart from the rest, such as deep cameo contrasts, flawless surfaces, or full-step details on Monticello. One of the most important factors that determine a coin's value is its condition. Collectors and investors are always on the hunt for the best preserved examples, and the grading system plays a huge role in setting prices. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC at the highest levels, especially those with a PR 70 grade, meaning absolutely perfect condition, can sell for incredible amounts. Even slight imperfections can lower the value, but the rarest, most pristine versions of the 1986 nickel are the ones that attract the biggest bids. But condition isn't the only thing that makes a coin valuable. Certain varieties and errors can also turn a regular coin into a rare and highly collectible piece. Some 1986 Jefferson nickels have unique striking errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or even die cracks that make them stand out. Collectors love these one-of-a-kind mistakes because they tell a story about the coin's production process and add to its rarity. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Over the past few years, auction records have shown that top-quality 1986 Jefferson nickels from proof sets have sold for mind-blowing amounts. While lower-grade versions might be worth more than face value, the rarest and most pristine examples have sold for between $39,000 to $64,000. Imagine turning a 5-cent piece into a life-changing payday. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these rare nickels? First, check its condition. Look for sharp details, a deep mirror-like surface, and any signs of special characteristics like full steps on Monticello. If you think you have something valuable, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and quality. A high-grade certification could mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and one that sells for tens of thousands. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on your coins. You never know when you might come across a rare and valuable gem like the 1986 Jefferson nickel. Keep searching, stay curious, and who knows? The next big coin treasure might be sitting right in your collection. Top 2. Imagine walking into a store, reaching into your pocket, and pulling out a simple nickel to pay for your purchase, only to realize later that you just gave away a small fortune. Yes, this could actually happen if you don't check your change carefully. Today, we're diving into one of the most sought-after nickels in American coin history, the 1991 Jefferson nickel from a proof set, an actual coin that somehow escaped into circulation and is now worth a jaw-dropping amount of money. If you come across one of these rare nickels, you could be looking at a payday of between $29,000 and $44,000. That's right, this tiny 5-cent coin could be the key to a massive windfall. Now, let's break this down. What exactly makes the 1991 P. Jefferson nickel so special? Most people don't realize that there's a huge difference between regular circulation nickels and proof coins. A proof coin is not your ordinary pocket change. It's specially struck using polished dies and high-quality blanks, resulting in a mirror-like surface with incredibly sharp details. These coins are intended for collectors and are carefully packaged in proof sets, never meant to enter circulation. But once in a while, something unexpected happens. A proof coin escapes and finds its way into the hands of an unsuspecting spender. That's exactly what happened with some of these 1991 P. Jefferson nickels, and today, they are considered one of the rarest and most valuable nickels in circulation. Think about it, millions of nickels were minted in 1991, but nearly all of them were standard circulation strikes. However, the proof versions were struck with precision and care, creating a coin with a sharp frosted design against a deep, glossy background. These coins were only meant to be in the hands of collectors, but some managed to slip through the cracks. The result? A collector's dream and a rare opportunity for everyday people to discover an incredible treasure hidden in plain sight. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable nickels? First, check for the P mint mark, which indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. You'll find this mark just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. But don't stop there. The real giveaway is the coin's appearance. A proof coin will have a much sharper design than a regular nickel, with a reflective surface that looks almost like a mirror. If you tilt it under the light, you'll notice a deep, glass-like background with frosted elements on Jefferson's face and Monticello. That contrast is what makes proof coins stand out. Now, here's the catch. Not every 1991 P nickel with a polished look is necessarily a proof coin. Over time, some regular nickels can become shiny due to wear and environmental factors, so it's important to verify the details. If you think you've found one, don't spend it. Instead, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies can confirm whether your coin is the rare proof version and assign it a grade, which will determine its true value. But let's talk about the real reason you're here, the money. The 1991 P. Jefferson nickel-proof coin is in extremely high demand among collectors, and because so few of them exist in circulation, their value has skyrocketed. If you manage to find one, its worth can range between $29,000 and $44,000, depending on its condition and grade. Just imagine holding something so small yet so valuable in your hands. This is why checking your change is so important. Many people spend their entire lives without realizing they've given away rare and valuable coins simply because they didn't know what to look for. These coins could be hiding anywhere, inside old coin rolls, tucked away in forgotten jars, or even mixed in with your everyday pocket change. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be looking at a life-changing discovery. The excitement around rare coins like this continues to grow, with collectors and investors willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. So, before you spend that nickel or toss your change into a jar, take a moment to check it carefully. You never know when you might come across a hidden gem worth thousands. Now, go grab your coins, start searching, and who knows? You might just be the next person to strike it rich with a simple 5-cent piece. Keep watching for more updates on valuable coins in circulation, and don't forget, your next big payday could be right in your pocket. Top 3. Imagine finding a simple nickel in your collection, a coin that looks like any other, until you realize it's worth an absolute fortune. That's right, today we're diving into one of the most valuable American 5-cent pieces, a rare and elusive coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike. The 1966 5-cent piece from the Philadelphia Mint, a coin so rare and desirable that it has reached jaw-dropping prices at auction. Could you be holding a small fortune in your hands without even realizing it? Stay with me because you don't want to miss this incredible story of hidden treasure. The 1966 5-cent coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, minted during a time when the U.S. was transitioning through economic and coinage changes. This coin, though often overlooked, has a secret, a rare proof strike, an unexpected survivor from an era when the US Mint did not officially produce proof coins. That makes this coin an extreme rarity, a collector's dream, and a prize that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Now, here's where things get truly exciting. Most people wouldn't give a second glance to a 1966 nickel. After all, millions were struck for circulation, and finding one in change wouldn't be surprising. But this is no ordinary nickel. The one we're talking about comes from a proof set, an actual coin with an extraordinary story, a mistake, or an intentional striking that defied history. The Mint did not officially produce proof sets in 1966, yet somehow, this proof-struck example exists, setting it apart from any other coin of its kind. The question is, how did it survive? Experts believe that a few of these coins were struck using proof dies, possibly as test pieces or for internal Mint records. Whatever the reason, only a handful of them have surfaced, and when they do, collectors go wild. The mirror-like surfaces, the sharp strike, and the undeniable beauty of a proof coin make this 5-cent piece a true gem in the world of numismatics. Now, let's talk about the numbers that really matter, the shocking value of this rare treasure. Imagine discovering a coin like this and realizing it's not just another nickel, but a life-changing asset. Prices have skyrocketed over the years as demand for this rarity grows. And when these special proof-struck examples hit the auction block, the results are absolutely staggering. One of these remarkable coins has commanded an astonishing price of $49,000, and in some cases, collectors have paid as much as $74,000 for a single example. Yes, you heard that right. A small, unassuming nickel, worth nearly as much as a luxury car, or even more than some homes. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby but a treasure hunt, a pursuit that could turn your ordinary change into extraordinary wealth. So, what should you do now? If you have a collection of older coins, take a closer look. Inspect your 1966 nickels carefully, especially if they appear to have the deep, mirror-like finish of a proof coin. You never know, you could be holding one of the rarest nickels in history, a coin that could change your life in an instant. The hunt for these rare proof-struck nickels continues, and who knows? The next one to appear might just be in your hands. Stay curious, keep searching, and never underestimate the power of a single coin, because sometimes, a simple nickel is worth far more than you could ever imagine. Top 4. If you have a 1973 Philadelphia minted Jefferson nickel from a proof set, stop everything and listen carefully because you might be holding a coin worth an absolute fortune. Most people don't think twice about nickels. They spend them, toss them in a jar, or even let them collect dust in drawers. But this particular 5-cent piece is not just any coin. It's a hidden gem that could be worth more than you ever imagined. This 1973 proof nickel from the Philadelphia Mint is no ordinary pocket change. Proof coins are specially made with extreme precision, struck multiple times to ensure crisp details and a beautiful mirror-like finish. These were never intended for circulation but were instead sold to collectors in limited numbers. Over time, many of these proof coins have been damaged, mishandled, or even lost, making the ones that remain in flawless condition incredibly valuable. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for these high-quality examples, and if you've got one sitting in your collection, you could be in for a life-changing payday. But here's the catch: not every 1973 proof nickel is worth a fortune. The real value comes from its condition, sharpness, and pristine surfaces. A coin that has been carefully preserved, showing no signs of wear, scratches, or handling marks, is what serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. So how can you tell if your 1973 proof nickel is one of the rare and valuable ones? First, check the surface of the coin. Proof nickels have a deep, reflective mirror-like background with sharply struck details. The design, especially Jefferson's portrait and Monticello on the reverse, should be crisp, well-defined, and free of any weak spots. Any flaws, such as spots, scratches, or dull areas, can significantly lower the value. Another critical factor is the grade. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC assign grades to coins based on their condition, with the highest grades fetching the most money. If your coin is graded at the top levels, especially if it has a perfect strike and a flawless surface, it can command an astronomical price. Now, let's talk about the real excitement: how much this coin can actually be worth. If you happen to own a 1973 proof Jefferson nickel in impeccable condition, with all the right qualities, you won't believe how much collectors are willing to pay. A flawless example of this coin has been known to sell for anywhere between $45,000 to $71,000 at auction. That's right, this 5-cent piece could turn into an absolute fortune in the right circumstances. Imagine digging through an old collection, finding a proof nickel from 1973, getting it graded, and realizing you've just hit the jackpot. This is why it's crucial to check your coins carefully. Many people have these valuable pieces without even realizing it. Some are tucked away in forgotten proof sets, while others have been passed down through generations. So, before you spend that old nickel or overlook a proof set collecting dust, take a closer look. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure that could change your life. Keep an eye out, get your coins checked, and who knows? You might just be the next lucky person to cash in big. Top 5. Imagine digging through your collection of nickels and suddenly realizing you might be holding on to a small fortune. Yes, we're talking about the elusive and highly valuable 2000p Jefferson nickel from a proof set that has stunned collectors with its jaw-dropping worth. Most people don't even think twice about their nickels, tossing them into jars or spending them without a second thought. But what if I told you that a rare version of this very coin has been making headlines, fetching an unbelievable price at auctions? That's right. A single one of these could transform your change into a life-changing payday. Now, before you go running to check every nickel in your possession, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. The 2000p Jefferson nickel from the proof set isn't your everyday 5-cent piece. Unlike regular nickels struck for circulation, proof coins are specially made with incredible detail, mirror-like surfaces, and crisp designs that stand out from anything you'll find in your spare change. The 2000p proof nickel, in particular, has become a legend among collectors due to its rarity and demand. Many collectors don't realize that certain proof coins can command outrageous prices, and this nickel is no exception. If you come across one in pristine condition, certified by top grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, you might be looking at an extraordinary windfall. These coins were never meant for circulation, making them far rarer than your average nickel. And when rarity meets demand, the value skyrockets. So, what should you look for? The first thing is the unmistakable P Mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But beyond that, the condition is everything. Coins that have been kept in their original proof sets with perfect deep cameo surfaces are the true treasures. The shinier, the better. Any imperfections can lower the value, but if yours is flawless, especially graded at the highest levels, you're looking at a massive payday. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Some of these proof nickels have already sold for an astonishing amount, and the highest graded examples are commanding even bigger figures. Imagine holding a single coin that could be worth $30,000 to $41,000. That's the kind of money that turns a simple hobby into a serious investment. So, the next time you see a Jefferson nickel from the year 2000 with a P Mint mark, don't just toss it aside. You could be holding on to one of the most valuable modern nickels ever struck. Check your proof sets, look for that perfect condition, and you just might strike it rich.